Hi everyone, my name is Suzanne and I'm a Chinese metaphysics master in Hong Kong. Today I'm going to show you how you can look at the Bazi chart to determine whether someone is cut out for a difficult task, whether they have the staying power and sort of like the inner strength to overcome situations that may be a little bit demotivating, but they still keep going, keeping at it. Yeah, this is extremely important whenever you are faced with a task that will require a lot of energy, that may require you going through obstacles or challenges or whatever, and you just need to have that energy not to give up. Yeah, a lot of times we're just like, oh, it's too difficult, let's just not do this. But there are certain things in life that we just have to see things through, and especially if you're hiring people for, let's say, as project managers, they need to have the persistence necessary to actually stay with the project all the way through. So you can look at the person's Bazi chart to check whether they actually have what it takes. Now, first things first, you obviously need to plot the Bazi chart. Now, for this particular analysis, we are not actually interested in the time of birth. So all we need to have is the date of birth. That's perfectly fine. So you can go to this link, and I'll also post it in the description to this video. And on this link, you just plot your chart or the chart of the person you want to look into. And then just enter their date of birth. As I said, hour of birth, time of birth is not needed for this particular exercise. And then you focus on only two aspects here. You focus on the month pillar and the day pillar. Yeah, actually you include this part as well, sorry. So these are the two pillars that you focus on, month and day. Yeah, we are not looking at the hours, not important in this analysis. We are also not really interested in the year. We don't need the luck pillar. We don't need the current year. So all we're interested in is the day and the month here. Yeah. So that's all we look at. So once you've plotted this chart, once you know what you're looking at, we need to find these three characters in the person's chart. So one is Jia, one is Bing, and one is Geng. Jia is the yang wood, Bing is the yang fire, and Geng is the yang metal. So these three characters, or these three stems, as we call them, they usually pertain to persistence, stamina, seeing things through, being tough, even when faced with challenges. Yeah, they keep us steady. They're often unmovable. You can also look at this just from a pictorial perspective. Jia wood is kind of like a tree, a big tree. So you can't really uproot a tree unless there is massive force. So once they focus on something, they just keep going. Yeah, they're not going to sway. They're not going to go a different path suddenly. Bing fire is the sun. The sun is obviously very persistent. I don't know for how many millions of years the sun has just gone up and down every day. There's no change. Yeah, it comes and goes every day. So there's definitely persistence there. And then with the gung metal, that's the yang polarity of metal. That's like an axe. It's very unwieldy. Yeah, so once they have decided on something, they stick with it. You can't sway them. So these three stems are the ones that we want to see in the chart of someone who needs persistence for their job, for their career, or for whatever task they have set themselves up for. All right. Now, where do we look for those? We look for them in the day and the month pillar. Yeah. So again, here these pillars. So you look whether you check whether you have them anywhere up here or somewhere down here. Now, in this particular case, this person does not have any Jia wood, doesn't have any Bing fire, doesn't have any Geng metal in those boxes here. Yeah, not in the heavenly stems, not in the hidden stems. And so this is likely a person who, is quite fickle, gets distracted easily, gets off track. They may be coming back to whatever it is that they're supposed to be doing, but they're always distracted by something else. So that persistence may not necessarily be there. Now, yes, I know there's a Bing fire here in the year, but this is not important in this particular context. We are really just looking at the stems and the hidden stems. So if you don't see this in these particular areas, it may be a bit difficult for this person to just focus on one thing, or to just to stick with something once they've started. Doesn't mean that it's impossible. Yeah, this is something that they can learn, but by default, their default setting, their default personality is not one that likes to focus on just one thing and one thing only and then stick with it. That is more for Jia, Bing, and Gang. All right. So check this. Whenever, let's say, you hire someone who you do need to just focus on one thing and pursue this until it's done, this is important that you hire someone who can actually do this, who is up for the task. All right. And for yourself, of course, you can check this as well. Now, if you don't have these three in your chart, don't just take this as an excuse for never going on a diet or for never seeing things through. This is not an excuse. It's a learned skill then, yeah? You need to learn this. You need to acquire this. It may be a little bit harder, but you can definitely do it, yeah? Don't take it as a justification for saying, oh, well, you know, my Bazi chart says I have no inner strength or persistence, so no wonder I give up quickly. It's something that you need to train yourself up to because it's not there by default. All right. So I hope this helped a little bit. Next time you hire someone, check this out. Especially if it's for someone who may have to be a project manager or someone who really, really needs to stick with things and have that inner strength to deal with challenges and obstacles while they are working. All right. Now, as usual, I would really appreciate it if you liked the video, shared the video, subscribe to my channel. And if you do have any questions, any comments, please leave them in the comment section below. And I will see you soon. Take care.